40 machines, 176 bags and more than 350 crore rupees recovered. India's largest income tax raid took 6 days, 80 officials and 3 banks to count the money that the Congress MP Dheeraj Sahu had hidden in his house. The mega IT raids have shocked the entire nation, putting the lens back on corruption in politics. Congress MP Dheeraj Sahu's extended family is reportedly involved in a major alcohol manufacturing business. Most of the cash recovered was apparently linked to Bodh Distillery Private Limited in Odisha. Now, the raids began on the 6th of December and the counting led to about 353 crore rupees, which is the highest ever black money haul by any agency in a single operation. The BJP hit out at the Congress and questioned the silence of Sonia, Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, referring to the huge pile of cash, said that every penny will have to be returned to the public.
And corruption. These are the two sides of the same coin. आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी, कांग्रेस पार्टी और स्पष्ट रूप में राहुल गांधी से पूछना चाहती है कि धीरज साहू के ठिकानों से निकला हुआ काला धन, उस पर उनको क्या कहना है। सोनिया गांधी और राहुल गांधी को जवाब देना होगा और ये जवाब देना होगा ये पैसा किसका है।
Now, Sanjay Seth, the BJP member from Ranchi, raised the issue during 0 hour in the parliament, seeking a reply from the Congress.
अब कांग्रेस पार्टी जवाब दो।
सदस्य
भ्रष्टाचार
नाम नहीं बोलेंगे,
काला धन
नाम नहीं बोलेंगे, नाम जो डिलीट कीजिएगा।
500 करोड़ रुपया कहाँ से आया, जवाब दो, जवाब दो। 500 करोड़ रुपया झारखंड खनिजों का भंडार है, लेकिन इन दिनों भ्रष्टाचार की खदान बन चुका है। ईडी गठबंधन जवाब दो। राहुल गांधी मुंह क्यों बंद हो गया है, जवाब दो।
आप तो
सोनिया गांधी मुंह क्यों बंद हो गया है।
The Congress, meanwhile, has distanced itself from the under-fire MP. In a post on X, AICC General Secretary Jairam Ramesh distanced the Congress from Sahu, saying only he can explain and should explain how huge amounts of cash have been reportedly unearthed by the income tax authorities from his properties. Senior Congress leader P. Chidambaram said it is Dheeraj Sahu's personal money.
I have not seen 350 crores in my life. In fact, if you ask me how many zeros are there, I'll have to count. The Congress party has clearly said that the party has nothing to do with the cash that was seized. And only Mr. Sahu, the gentleman allegedly concerned, has to explain the position. The Congress party has nothing to do with the seizure of cash allegedly belonging to an individual or his business.
Shiv Sena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi said in case Dheeraj Sahu joins the Bharatiya Janata Party, the party should not give him a clean chit.
अगर साहू जी कुछ समय बाद आकर भारतीय जनता पार्टी ज्वाइन कर लेते हैं तो उनको ये क्लीन चिट नहीं मिलेगा। हमने 70,000 करोड़ का घोटाला महाराष्ट्र में देखा है, पर जैसे ही वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी में शामिल हुए सब उसको भूल गए। तो देश की जनता को भ्रष्टाचारी कांग्रेस बताने से पहले देश को यह आश्वासन दें कि ये भ्रष्टाचारी भारतीय जनता पार्टी में शामिल होकर गंगा नहीं नहा लेंगे।
SP's Akhilesh Yadav, meanwhile, instead of questioning Sahu, hit back at the BJP for what he called the failure of demonetization.
बीजेपी को शर्मिंदा होना चाहिए, बीजेपी को देश के सामने माफी मांगनी चाहिए इस बात के लिए कि नोटबंदी जैसी योजना उनकी फर्जी निकली। ये एक साहू नहीं, इस तरह के न जाने कितने घरों में लोगों के पास पैसा होगा। सरकार अगर ये बात कह रही है कि किसी घर में 250 करोड़ से ज़्यादा पैसा निकला है, तो सरकार ये भी बताए कि 2000 रुपए जो आपने छापे थे वो किन किन बैंकों में, किस जिले में, किस बैंक की ब्रांच में सबसे ज़्यादा जमा हुए हैं। जो सरकार नोटबंदी का सबसे बड़ा फैसला लाई हो और कहती हो इसके बाद काला धन खत्म हो जाएगा, आतंकवाद खत्म हो जाएगा, तो बताओ उस व्यक्ति के घर पर या उस जगह पर इतना पैसे कैसे निकल रहा है?
Now, amid all of this, the irony of the situation was this tweet, which will come on your screens. It was posted by Dhiraj Sahu himself just last year. He says in it that he doesn't understand how people accumulate black money and that if anyone can root out corruption from India, it is only the Congress. To talk more on this, I'm joined by Pratul Shah. He is from the BJP. Tushar Gupta, senior editor, Swarajya joins us. Sujata Paul of the Congress party joins us. And Madhavan Narayanan, senior journalist, also joins us on the show. Namaskar, good evening to all of you. Sujata Paul, how ironical is it that your own party MP who tweeted that, Congress is the party which is going to root out corruption, and that the fact that he doesn't understand how people accumulate so much of black money today has more than 353 crore rupees right inside his almirah in his house.
It is ironical indeed. And I was on a show earlier also when this story broke out. The same day I was on another show on your channel. And I said that the Congress party has nothing to do with it. And because he's had this business for the last 40 years, which was started by his father, investigation and serious investigation needs to take place. And the agency is already working, and we are waiting to know from where this money was collected. But yes, one very interesting thing that I do agree with Akhilesh Yadav ji, who just said that demonetization has proved to be a failure. Because while all of us have had our jaws dropping wide open, it is for the agency to explain where this money has come from. Only then can the country get a clear picture of all that has happened into collecting this money, because no home could have so much of money at one particular place. So definitely this is very, very difficult to kind of digest that anybody would have done it. However, let me also remind you that a person who commits a crime will be a crime, and the person who has committed the crime will be a criminal. So unless and until we know whether there is a crime
and therefore,
or not,
Sujata Paul, will the Congress party expel Dhiraj Sahu?
Again, this is why
will you expel Dhiraj Sahu from the party now?
Do you want us to expel him right away without
Isn't this enough? Why do you need to get to the bottom of it? Isn't it enough? The visuals on our screens, it's just cash, it's just notes. Isn't it enough reason for you to expel your MP?
It is shocking, but this country is not a banana republic. No matter how much, we are made to believe that you have to act without investigating. But we are waiting. And of course, like I said, our party has nothing to do with this. So we are also quite shocked at the amount of money which is spilling out of boxes and cupboards from his house. But should we not be waiting? However, I do want to know what Ms. Priyanka Chaturvedi said, that supposing this fellow joins the BJP, what will happen then? Is he going to be put into that dry cleaner? I hope not, because 70,000 crore rupees is what Ajit Pawar was accused of having siphoned off. And today, where is he? He's the Deputy Chief Minister of government installed in Maharashtra, which is a BJP government, which is a government...
Okay, let me get in Pratul Shah to respond to this.
Yes.
Okay, Pratul Shah, do you want to respond to it?
Yeah, sure. See,
yeah,
please. It simply can't get bigger than this. As we speak, the figure, according to sources, have crossed 500 crore rupees and still counting. And, the immovable assets have yet to be taken into account. The bank lockers have yet to be opened. The gold bricks, which have been recovered from his house, are yet to be taken into account. And he's a 3 times Congress of Rajya Sabha MP, never been elected from Lok Sabha. And as we speak, let me tell you, he's also the treasurer of the Jharkhand Congress Committee, the state Jharkhand Congress Committee, and is also known as the informal treasurer of the Indian National Congress. And we have a strong belief to have that this kind of belief that this money trail could go right up to the Congress headquarters. That's why we have demanded a ED and CBI investigation. Let me quickly point out the affidavit which he had given in 2018 when he had filed this before the Election Commission, you will be surprised to know that according to this affidavit, the cash in hand which he has shown belonging to him is only 18 lakh rupees and his family members 9 lakh rupees. So total 27 lakh rupees, and the amount recovered is like close to 500 crore rupees as we speak. So this again proves Congress ka haath kale dhan ke saath. And now Congress is distancing itself from Dhiraj Sahu. Initially, they had tried to come up with fantastic logic. साफ कच्चा व्यापार है, इसलिए कैश ट्रांजेक्शंस होते हैं. लेकिन like I say, हुजूर बहुत देर कर दी आपने आते आते. The country now knows Congress is totally with the corruption, the black money, the color of the Congress is totally exposed. However, say they may try to hide. And we also would like to bring in NIA because in Odisha, where he operates, and in Jharkhand, where he operates, these are hugely Naxalite infested areas. And we have inputs that this a part of this money could also not only belong to the Central Congress Election Fund, but also be a part of these Naxalite groups. So let CBI, IA, and ED come up. And I mean, the way they have gone to defend Dhiraj Sahu initially and now distancing themselves after 4 days have proved totally that Congress is neck deep in corruption. And he's said to be the informal treasurer of the Congress party. He has been funding Congress party. And the money trail is long. We have strong reasons to believe it goes right up to the top hierarchy of the Congress party. So you have seen, mohabbat ki dukaan mein milta hai loot ka saman.
Okay, that is something which is very crucial for this raid, tracing the money trail. Why was it there? Where did it come from? Tushar Gupta, what's funny is that, Sujata, I'll come to you. Let me get in my other panelists also. The fact that Sujata says this is not a banana republic, so without investigation, we can't expel Dhiraj Sahu. But isn't this enough? Isn't these visuals, isn't this raid enough to have a party expel a corrupt MP?
The Congress is known for hypocrisy of convenience. Look how convenient it is for them at this point to distance themselves from the MP in question. If the ED has investigations or raids on certain MPs or MLAs, they're quick to call it a government operation or label it as Operation Lotus or say that the ED is being used against the opposition leaders. But now there's a clear cash trail. There's money that is being found. The visuals are all over the country. Everyone is looking at it. And suddenly, oh, we are not a banana republic. Oh, we can't expel him right now. Oh, let the investigations happen. Where were these, declarations when other investigations were going on? And let's be very clear about a couple of things here. In his election declaration, Mr. Sahu has declared assets worth rupees 34 crore. In 2016-17, the income tax return he filed shows a net income of around 1 crore rupees. So all in all, if he was even using money from his business or something he earned from his business, the first explanation he'll have to make is how did this income go from 1 crore in 2016-17 to 350 odd crores in 23-24? And number two, across these 6 years, has he paid the proportional income tax to justify cash of this proportion? Because this is all unaccounted cash. This is not in the bank accounts. This is not white money, clearly. So he'll have to have explanations for everything. The Congress, of course, is giving him a long rope. On other occasions, they're quick to blame the government. They're quick to label all the investigating agencies. But today, when the facts are out bare in the open, it's for everyone to see. They are very, very conveniently distancing themselves.
Yeah, Madhavan Narayanan, just the fact that this amount of unaccounted cash, this huge, largest ever, which has been found in a single operation. I'll come to you, Pratul. Let me get in Madhavan first. The fact that this has been found just ahead of the general elections, isn't it concerning? Isn't it concerning that this is public money that is unaccounted for, has been found in an MP's house just a few months ahead of a general election?
Obviously, it is concerning to everyone, and it should concern the Congress party above all. And its tendency to cite technical arguments and distance itself is, I wouldn't even say shameful, because it's more stupid than shameful, because the country is seriously worried about corruption. What we saw in recent elections was that the BJP has embraced both a bit of caste politics as well as welfareism. But the Congress has got no agenda against corruption. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has publicly said Chokidar, Chor hai and stuff like that. Therefore, there have been a lot of allegations on everything from Rafale deal to even electoral bonds are looked into by the Supreme Court. So my own, of course, cynically humorous observation is that Mr. Dhiraj Sahu has either been evading tax or part of the corruption circle, or maybe some money was given to him by intelligence agencies to mollycoddle Naxalites. Who knows? But the point is that the Congress cannot act lackadaisical in this matter and hope to be a national party. You have to maintain, at least for the sake of optics, some more, aggressive posture against this MP. Because, it can even say, if it doesn't want to, prove him wrong right away and let the law take its own course, even politically, they have to say, look, this is too serious a matter and we will investigate this pending legal action and we might suspend him if that is what is required. They haven't said anything of that kind. It's so wishy-washy that it's politically suicidal ahead of general
exactly
elections.
what the BJP has been saying. Why have we not heard from Sonia Gandhi? Why haven't we heard from Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi? Where's the top leadership of the Congress?
Shreya, Chidambaram has spoken on this. He's been the finance minister of this country. His words were not convincing enough for the general public as I see it. Okay. So it is not about who speaks. It's not about Sonia Gandhi. Just as Modi doesn't speak on everything, Sonia Gandhi doesn't have to, let me also point out at this point in the history of Congress, Sonia Gandhi doesn't hold any office apart from being MP. Okay. Let us be very technical on organizational issues. So Mallikarjun Kharge has not said anything, but Chidambaram is good enough. He's been finance minister of the country and is speaking as a spokesperson of the party. But even that, the words are not convincing enough. At least to say, I was joking. If it is not a banana republic, fine, but it shouldn't be a bahana republic also. You shouldn't be just making excuses. The point is either you say the same rules apply to everyone. You cannot, I personally was joking that I want to go to Jharkhand and hold a lecture on how to be elegantly corrupt and use Swiss banks or even more white collar money trails instead of holding cash. Because corruption is much more in this country. But let me also point out that Rajya Sabha elections for the past 25, 30 years, it has been an open secret in the parliament halls that industrialists get into Rajya Sabha. How did Vijay Mallya get into Rajya Sabha? May I ask this question? So he's now escaping law and is cooling his heels in London. So the point is corruption has been around in this country and we all know how much money is needed to get elected to Rajya Sabha. We can't prove it. But this is one case which shows that lots of money bags are dealing in all kinds of things that need explanation. My point is political. Congress, if it believes sincerely that it's a national party, it has to do much more than the wishy-washy distancing itself that it has been doing. And the BJP is certainly understandably on the front foot. Yeah.
Sujata Paul, how do you expect the public, the voter, to believe you, to believe the Congress party when it talks of corruption, when it accuses the BJP of corruption, when its own MP has been caught in the largest ever cash haul so far in a single operation?
I am, I can't use the word amused. I am really horrified to hear the BJP spokesperson giving a figure of 500 crore now. It just seems like the BJP spokespersons know how much of money, is being recovered from this gentleman. While the income tax department is not coming out with a figure like that, but these guys are doing it. And do you understand why I'm saying that we need to wait for the agency to give its final report? And of course, we are going to take action. And what the previous panelist was saying, I do agree with him completely that it will affect us if we don't take action. But don't expect us to just take action without knowing what exactly is happening. Let us just wait for a day or two. And like I said, I was on a program on your channel sent by the party officially to explain our stand. That day also we said that we have nothing to do with him and please take action. After that, we also had the statement of Jairamji the next day. Today, Mr. Chidambaram, he was addressing the press on a different matter, but he spoke about it because he was questioned on it. Now, as far as the action that is concerned, it will be taken. But when you talk about the BJP, you tell me, wasn't Piyush Jain's home raided by the ED or IT or one of the agencies by mistake when they actually go and raid Samajwadi Party's Pushparaj Jain, and 257 crore rupees were recovered, 25 kg of silver, 250 kg, 25 kg of gold, 250 kg of silver, and God knows what all was recovered. They were quiet all through it and it just fizzled out. We are not keeping quiet about it. We are speaking about it. We are appearing on your channels and we are not defending him. We are asking the agencies to take action and let us also know what the reality is. And you will soon see the action that the Congress party takes, because this is how this country works. If you remember the CWG matter, in that also, who took action? The BJP took action or we took action? So, you know, in all the scams which have taken place under the BJP rule, if I start listing out all these, no action was taken. Don't you remember that they did not speak a word till Bangaru Lakshman was put into the dock completely, and then they had to expel him. So Bangaru Lakshman was the national president. You look at the CAG
Okay,
report,
let me get in Pratul to respond.
They have been implicated in 12 CAG reports. What action have they taken? Nothing.
Yeah, please allow me to speak. Allow me to respond to the serious charges.
Sujata. Yeah, Pratul, quickly respond. Yeah.
See, if ever you wanted to hear the meaning of the phrase theater of the absurd, hear what is. Here it was, here it was, here it was. I was hearing the justification from the Congress spokesperson, and let me just point out the income tax return, the last income tax return filed by Dhiraj Sahu, which just shows he has paid taxes worth 16 lakh 38,279 rupees, and more than 500 crore rupees have been recovered. This has been shown in different channels, different media houses, and when the figure of 50 crore was first raised by us, they questioned it. When the Prime Minister tweeted 200 crore, they said, no, it cannot be done so. Let income tax come to it. And come on, how can they forget the Finance Ministry? The IT reports to the Finance Ministry reports to the PMO. And when the biggest ever raid in the history of country is going on, obviously the PM is and the PMO is updated about it. But I'm still amazed by the response given by the Congress spokesperson about why they will expel. They will not expel, no, because this was a part of the Congress's election management fund. And the trail goes right up to Sonia, Rahul and Priyanka. They will not expel him. And he was also the treasurer of the state Jharkhand Congress. Can there be more circumstantial evidence? The treasurer of the Jharkhand Congress, his house gets raided, his premises get raided, his business offices get raided, and 500 crore rupees just in cash have been recovered, and immovable assets and bank lockers are yet to be taken into account. So the Congress has looted this country. They are the looters and the plunderers, and it has once again shown. It took 96 hours for any Congress leader to come and sideline themselves. Before that, even the state president of the Jharkhand Congress, Rajesh Thakur, was defending Dheeraj Sahu and saying he's an honorable three-generation businessman. So this is what the Congress honor is all about. It's about the black money. And I'm very shocked to hear that the Congress spokesperson is still not admitting that this is a serious allegation and they should have expelled him by now. Banana Republic? You call this Banana Republic? Yes. The way Congress has ruled this country for 50 years, they have made mockery of the entire system. If you look at the scam trail, I'm not going to go into the details now, but Commonwealth 2G, 3G, 4G, the Congress is Jijaji. And now Dheeraj Sahu.
Let me quickly get in last comments from Pratul and Madhavan, and then I'm going to wrap up. Yeah, okay.
You know, I want to understand
and
where did that money come from when they brought down the Maharashtra government and the manner in which they took the MLAs all around? Oh, please. That is what your corruption is all about.
Okay.
Don't
okay, Sujata and Pratul, you've made your points. I have to wrap this up.
And it is there
Modi and Shah corrupt.
Chalo, okay.
That is how you bring down government. We are
one simple point.
Sujata and Pratul, you've made your points. I have to wrap this up. Tushar and Madhvan, 30 seconds each quickly. Tushar, quickly, please go ahead, and then Madhvan, I'm going to take your comments.
One would expect the Congress and its spokespersons to be a little more humble when it comes to, addressing this issue, especially after they have been routed in the Hindi belt and their prospects for 2024 don't look good. As a party, they should be coming across with a serious crackdown on corruption. But what we see from the spokesperson here is just whataboutery, deflection from the issue, and absolutely no action or intent of any action being taken, which does reflect poorly on the party.
Okay. Madhvan, quickly, 20 seconds, and then I have
very
to wrap
quickly,
this up.
I've already said what I've said about Congress, but the BJP also has to consider criticism that on issues like embracing Ajit Pawar, who's been accused by the BJP itself of corruption involving thousands of crores, and there are videos to prove that. And then there are lack of transparency on electoral bonds. All those issues are also on the table.
Okay.
And therefore, if we have to, as a country, fight corruption, then we have to address both what I call blue-collar corruption involving cash seizures, as well as white-collar corruption that hides transparency in public dealings, and also convenient political dealings that are contradictory to what any political party says. So this is for something that everybody should be reflecting on.
Yes, the country needs to fight corruption, and the country will be looking towards you, Sujata Paul, and the Congress party, whether you take action against your MP or not, and set an example when it comes to making sure that corruption is completely discouraged from the party. Tushar Gupta, Madhvan Narayanan, Sujata Paul, and Pratul Shah, thank you very much to all of you for joining us tonight on this big debate on the cash seizure that has happened at Dhiraj Sahu, the Congress MP's house. With that, it's a wrap on Beyond the Headline. News and updates will continue on the other side. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Bye-bye. Good night.